All right. Well, you know what's pretty great during this time of year? I have to say, some baking news. Having a nice pumpkin spice tasteful cake.
Yeah, totally. Especially on a chilly day like today, it's absolutely perfect. And you know what else is perfect? David Andrews is here now, and he has this month's special dish, and it looks very festive, just in time for spooky season. So what do we have here?
All right, because I know all of you love pumpkin spice.
Yes, we do.
I had to get on that bandwagon to make a pumpkin spice cake. And one of my go-to spots to find also great recipes is called All Recipes.
Okay,
allrecipes.com. It's one of my favorite places. They've got some of the easiest things. And I thought the perfect way to jump on that pumpkin spice bandwagon was with the obvious, to have a pumpkin-looking pumpkin spice cake, right?
I know, I love it.
All right, well, here it is. Let's go to that first graphic then. Here are the stars of the show when you're making any pumpkin spice cake. It's the spices, allspice, the ground cloves, cinnamon, nutmeg, those are the stars. Now, this particular recipe, they tell you to spray the Bundt baking pan with a baking spray with flour in it, and then dust it with flax meal, okay, flaxseed meal. So I did that, kind of skeptical. I tell you what, go to that next picture, and it came out without any hesitation. It just fell right out of that pan. Worked absolutely perfectly, no sticking whatsoever. So with this recipe, you can use one Bundt cake pan for a half a pumpkin, or you can do two to make the full pumpkin. This is Studio 10. I wasn't going to cheap out on you guys. I was going to go, I'm going for a full pumpkin. So I did two separate Bundt cakes. Then you cut off the bottoms of each one, and you get the full pumpkin. So what you get there is, and you'll see it in a second. Now, this particular recipe also says if you want to put the two together without anything between them, you can do that, or you can put a thin layer of buttercream frosting. I decided to go with something a little different.
Okay.
And this is sweetened condensed milk. You take the label off. You stick the can in a pan of boiling water for 2.5 hours.
Whoa.
Okay?
2.5.
You bring it down to simmer. After it is boiling, you bring it down to simmer and simmer it for 2.5 hours. Have to put a little water in there every once in a while. Make sure that can is fully immersed at all times. And when you bring it out and it cools, you get this, basically, it's a caramelized sweetened milk, which is basically a caramel spread. Okay? So then I took that spread, put it in a piping bag, piped it in the center, not to get too close to the edge so it wouldn't squirt out.
Got it.
And then stuck the two together. Okay? So there you have that. Now, on to decorating. Green first. The stem, you can see there's just a ice cream cone that that's just frosted with green frosting. And then what I do is I pipe the leaves onto, I pipe it onto parchment paper. And then if you go to the, I put both of these into the, I put that into the freezer. So those freeze really hard when I'm ready to put them on. Now you can see the full pumpkin is right there.
Yes, it is.
So it's all together. Start decorating with the orange. I do an outline first, and then I go ahead and fill in that outline.
Oh, perfect.
Pipe on some vines, and then put those leaves on, because now they're hard and I can set them wherever I want to, and it really, you don't mess up then by piping. They're already perfect, and you pick out the perfect ones you want and you put them right where you want them.
I love it.
And
now,
so that's
David, you make this look so much easier than it looks. I absolutely love it. And we got to get our hands on that cake. We're looking at it right there.
I'm going to slice open. Now, if you want to do this for a Halloween party, you can add another surprise. And we've got candy corn coming out of there. So that's the surprise for that. So
I love that.
Sweet.
Pumpkin spice in a pumpkin for your delight.
Oh, well, thank you so much, David. How wonderful. And you know what's great with the side